Hello, everyone. Tonight I want to tell you a story about something very quiet, something that most people never notice, something called persistence. This is the story of the lighthouse that refused to go dark. At the far edge of a windy coastline where the land seemed to end in broken rocks and endless gray water, stood an old lighthouse named Astor Point. Most maps didn't even show it anymore. The paint had peeled. The metal rails were rusty. The windows shook whenever the ocean winds howled at night. Ships rarely passed that way now because modern GPS systems had replaced old sea routes. But the lighthouse still stood, and inside it lived a boy named Noah. Noah was 16, quiet, thin, and used to being alone. His father had been the lighthouse keeper for many years, and when his father fell ill, Noah had come to help. At first he thought it would be temporary, but his father never recovered, and the job never left. So now it was just Noah and the lighthouse. Every evening Noah climbed the spiral stairs with a small oil can and a cloth. He cleaned the glass, checked the lamp, polished the mirror, and at exactly sunset he lit the light, even though no ships came, even though no one saw, even though no one cared. Or at least that's what he believed. Noah's days were simple. Wake up, check the weather, repair something broken, read old books, cook soup, climb the stairs, light the lamp. He began to wonder why he was still doing it. One morning, he found a letter from the mainland supply boat. It said, due to budget cuts, Astor Point Lighthouse will be officially decommissioned next month. No replacement keeper will be assigned. Noah read the letter 3 times. He already knew no one would come, but seeing it written down made the silence heavier. That evening, he almost didn't light the lamp. He stood at the bottom of the stairs and looked up. "What's the point?" he whispered. The wind answered by rattling the windows. Still, he climbed the stairs. Still, he cleaned the glass. Still, he lit the lamp. But this time, he did it without believing it mattered. While cleaning a storage room, Noah found an old leather logbook that belonged to his grandfather, who had also been a lighthouse keeper. He opened it out of boredom. Inside were entries from 50 years ago. Most pages talked about weather, sea conditions, and passing ships, but one sentence caught his eye. You never know who is watching the light, so you must never stop shining it. Noah frowned. He turned the page. A lighthouse does not choose its ships. It simply shines. He closed the book slowly. For the first time, he wondered if the light had a purpose he couldn't see. 3 weeks later, dark clouds covered the sky before sunset. The radio forecast had predicted calm weather, but the sea had other plans. The wind roared like an angry animal. Rain crashed against the windows. Waves slammed into the rocks below the lighthouse. Noah hesitated. It's useless, he thought. No one sails in this weather. But the words from the logbook echoed in his head. You never know who is watching the light. So he climbed the stairs. The wind almost pushed the door out of his hands. The glass shook violently as he cleaned it. His fingers were numb as he lit the lamp. But the light came on, and it shone through the storm. Hours later, as Noah sat wrapped in a blanket, he thought he heard something. A faint sound. A horn. He rushed to the window. Through the rain and darkness, he saw it. A ship, small, struggling, being pushed toward the rocks. Noah's heart raced. He grabbed the emergency signal lamp and waved it back and forth from the balcony. The lighthouse beam cut through the rain like a sword. The ship slowly turned. Slowly, carefully, it moved away from the rocks and disappeared into the night. Noah stood there shaking. Someone had seen the light. Someone had needed it. The next morning, a boat approached the shore. A man climbed up the rocks and knocked on the lighthouse door. I owe you my life, he said. He was the captain of the ship. Their navigation system had failed in the storm. They had drifted off course. They thought they were far from land. "Your light saved us," he said. "If it wasn't on, we would have hit the rocks." Noah felt something warm in his chest. For the first time, he realized the truth. Just because you don't see who you help doesn't mean no one is being helped. A week later, another letter came from the mainland. This time, it was from the captain. He had reported the incident to the Maritime Authority. The letter said Astor Point Lighthouse will remain active. Its importance has been re-evaluated. Noah read the letter twice. Then 3 times. The lighthouse was not useless. It had never been useless. Only invisible. Noah stayed. He repaired the peeling paint, fixed the broken rails, replaced the windows. Years passed. Ships started using the route again because Astor Point was now marked as a critical landmark. Sailors began sending postcards thanking the lighthouse keeper. Noah kept them all. He never forgot the night he almost didn't light the lamp. One day, a young boy visited the lighthouse on a school trip. "Isn't this boring?" the boy asked. "Doing the same thing every day," Noah smiled. "Very boring," he said. "Then why do you do it?" Noah looked at the sea. "Because boring things are sometimes the most important things." Years later, when Noah was old, he wrote in a new logbook, "Persistence is not loud, it is quiet. It is climbing the same stairs every day, even when you think it doesn't matter." He paused, then added, "Because one day, someone you cannot see will need the light." Persistence is not about excitement. It is about continuing when meaning is invisible. It is about shining even when you think no one is watching, because someone always is. And sometimes, the most important thing you will ever do is simply refuse to go dark. If this story stayed with you, let it be a small reminder tonight. Keep going, keep showing up, keep shining your light even when you think no one sees it, because someone somewhere may be depending on it more than you know. This is English Lab, where stories travel across cultures and meanings. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need a little encouragement today. And I will see you in the next story.